Alright. What do I gotta do? I gotta join the game. Uh, yeah. Safety bulletin. Ah, it took away my let's go racing. Uh, yeah, that sucks. No more let's go racing. They cut me out of the picture. Oh, well. I think I only had 30 views last race. No. I see. Uh, yeah. Oh, um, all right. My glasses. I guess you can. Wheelchair.
Stealing burnt wood? I'll go get my tools. I'll help you. You're all following Brent now? Let go, punch it. Fine. You want another round? Hey, you know anyone who owns a giraffe?
You okay, Hank? You look like you haven't slept in days.
It's a stupid 5-year plan. It's going to take me 10 years to figure it out.
What were you muttering about a bowling ball? Is your 5-year plan to go pro?
To add extra weight. Well, like cross-country skiing? Good.
So you want to be a professional heavyweight giraffe?
Oh, I'm skiing across the country to build patience and discipline.
Be a monk?
Are you even listening?
I wish I wasn't.
Just follow the steps and lay it all out.
No, you want to be a pro wrestler.
Professional wrestling manager. You got where you want him, giraffe boy. Here, deal with this.
How did those steps help you become a wrestling manager?
I don't know. My brain went off leash.
You, of all people, should not have a plan. Remember when we were kids and you fell off that barn? Did you plan to fall into our future secret raspberry bush?
No.
And that time you tried to pet that kitten that was actually a skunk? Did you plan to have that many bats?
No. And they work. Sort of.
See, you work best when things happen to you.
So, I'm a successful man of inaction? Yeah. Mind if I lean and hang out?
Bees buzz?
Over there.
Hey, officers, what's the license?
We found the cause of the fire.
No, you didn't. Till circumstances. Everyone has the right to a fair. Lacey, you're going to hear some stuff soon, and I wanted to get ahead of it. I was the cause of the fire. They asked me to turn off the coffee pot, and I forgot. Wanda, my life's been turned upside down because of you. I'm sorry. The fire marshal reported that the fire was started by faulty wiring in the Ruby smoke detectors.
Pretty ironic, huh?
Here's some fire gas to make sure Brent didn't have the same alarm. Wait.
All right.
You knocked it one of those pieces. Oh, I'm a hero. Sure. For what? Poor judgment? Fair point. Anyway, this is good news. You can start to rebuild.
That's already happening. There's people there right now.
What? Brent, you promised you'd let me decide without any pressure, and yet you clearly told everyone. I understand you all want your coffee shop back. You could at least be respectful enough to wait until I decided whether I was going to stay or leave.
You're thinking of leaving?
When? You can't.
And the heartbeat of Dog River.
Why didn't you tell us about this, Brent? You didn't tell. Oh.
I promised I wouldn't. Rebuilding so that you wouldn't have to choose. This way you can spend your insurance money however you want to do whatever is right for you. That's what matters most. You're important to us. But if you feel you need to go, you should go. No, don't go. I lied. All that stuff about you leaving, big fat lies. I can't imagine life without you. It won't be the same. I won't be the same. I need you here. Please stay.
Yeah, right.
I was just getting Ruby's clock.
I gotta turn down my other TV here. watching Corner Gas. I wonder if you guys can actually hear me. I should turn her up here. I wonder if you guys can actually hear me. I should turn her up here. Yeah, I can hear me. That's good. I got my mic laying on my cast here. Oh, it looks like they're getting started. I need the. That's right, I do need my controller. Yeah. Alright, so, yeah, how many people we got? I don't know. 19 of 22. So, I don't know who B. Quims is, but good luck to everyone, B. Quims says. I'm not sure who that is, but I don't know what his name is on, what driver he is. There's a couple of new guys here. I think Charles Dino. Yeah, Charles Dino. I don't know. VLC Justin. I think it's Justin. So who do we got here? We got Riank, Nate Danger, Jabin Wayne, Yesher Run, Rolly, Gordini the Houdini, SC5, Mancock, and then the new guy here, Carl Dino. Welcome to A1881. I don't know if he's full-time or a reserve. Then we got Front, Dunce, Bards, Sir Ibo, Scarpo, Jordan, AA Mag, Energetic from SSRL or whatever it is. Silly Season Racing League. Yeah, they kicked me out. They didn't like me hanging out in their server, apparently. I don't race a lot, so sometimes I just hang out in the server, but apparently I don't like that, so I got kicked around that server. I think I'm welcome to join whenever I want, but I have to be racing all the time, apparently, so. I just join servers because sometimes, there's an odd race, I'll jump in and race, right? But I guess that's not cool with them. And then what? VLC Justin, and then Selecta, the Flying Dutchman. And if I read it right, it was the Flying Dutchman that picked this track. Let's see here. This is just the first quali session, so not really much going to happen here. Bottom 5 are going to... Basically, you want to be in the... Well, being only 19 guys that I'm seeing here. Who's missing? Because from what I understood, there was a full lobby. But someone might join later, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I think my streams are dying out. I only had 30 views on my last one at Miami. My shine wore off. I'm truly a ghost now. Oh, man. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of walls hit today, I think. What should I be doing here? There we go. How do I change views? Okay, that's how I change. Hey, there's... Why am I not seeing Charledino? Let's give Charledino. Charledino ho. Dino ho. Charledine. Charledina ho. Charledina ho. I don't know how he wants me to pronounce this, if it's all one word or if it's supposed to be something different. Charledina ho. Charledina ho. You know I'm going to have fun with that ho at the end. There's got to be a name I can make up for him. I think. How do I change my views? That's not it. Oh, that's it. Oh, a little too far for Mr. The Ho! Charles the Ho! Sir Ibo, 147.1. I think you're gonna probably see from the past guys breaking into the 139. You might see a 138. I don't think. I think 139s. I think. I'm not sure actually. I went to practice, but I got way late before I noticed that they were practicing. It would be nice if Rolly sent me private message so I see them earlier, letting me know they're gonna practice. And I can jump in on them, because I only jump in on their practices. Because if I race in a league race, I always get taken out by someone. So I found it pretty much pointless. Oh, too far. Yeah, that's going to wreck his whole run right there. A little too late on the brake. Just after that black marker, I noticed he waited a little bit longer, and I think he waited too long to brake there. And then just after that white one, I like to go. They're pretty close there. And there you see right away Justin with the 140.5. So that's a pretty decent time, actually. That's not too bad. But like I said, I think they're going to be 139s, maybe a 138. I think 138 will probably be, you won't see 137, so I don't think. Realistic performance, right? So the faster guys are generally in the slower cars. I don't know how fast this Charles the Ho is. I don't know, I see Ho at the end, right? Better is Asian. You know what I mean? I don't know why a Ho at the end. That's something you would see in an Asian name, a Ho at the end. Not meaning the Ho we're thinking of. Oh, so Charles Ho, even though he screwed up on that one run there, he still ran a pretty decent time, 141. Right, I was gonna do this, yeah. Who do we want to watch here? So Justin's gonna be Jordan's teammate. Whoa. Well, that's not good for the Flying Dutchman. He picked this track and he's starting in the back. Already, I can tell you that's not going to be a good day. It's going to be hard for the Flying Dutchman to have a good day today, I tell you. Because if he's starting in the back, which, yeah, he got disqualified. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe he'll leave me a message and tell me why he just got disqualified or if it's a penalty he has to serve. Hey, Meg with fastest lap. There's Rolly with the 141, yeah. Gordini, who's out there? He's going pretty slow there. Yesher run. He's got a fast car. Well, they must have changed the numbers on the, or that's his number that he picked. 3 is a popular number. But I think Verstappen is number 3 now in real life. I think he changed it to number 3. That is a popular number for race car drivers, especially good ones. The number 3, I find. Dale Earnhardt. Lots of the good drivers choose that number, I find. I think it's a 3 on the front. Gordini, the Houdini. Mamcock! Oh, it looks like something wrong with him. Yeah, it looks like he's blowing a tire. Actually, yeah, it does, eh? Yeah, it looks like he's blowing a tire that, oh yeah, he's definitely blowing a tire. So Mamcock will have to get back to the pits and get out there and get a run in before this time runs out. I guess. Like I said, you just want to be in the, well, it looks like it's going to be only 3 guys that get eliminated since the Flying Dutchman is, yeah, he picks this track. I bet he wish he picked a different track now that he's starting in the back. Yeah, he's going to have to hope for a whole lot of luck. Because this is not the track you want to be starting in the back because that wall hits a lot of people. Me included. But, yeah, I really didn't get time to really practice the track, so I really can't tell you too much about it. I got caught off guard, like even in the race with the start, so I didn't even get like 2 or 3 laps in. So I really can't give you much of a rundown of the track. Other than it's a low downforce track, you're probably going to be seeing a lot of guys running really low downforce. And, yeah. It looks like Charles the Dino Ho. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a name for that guy, but I don't know. Other than his real one. But, yeah, Mamcock's going to have to get some new tires on and get out there and get a run in so he's not in that bottom. Energetic. I'm wondering if Energetic has to start in the back too. I don't see. He's still in the pit. With 5 minutes left to go. Dunk also. I'm just wondering if all these guys got penalties or something. Because it doesn't look like they're too, Dunk looks like he might be out there. There you go. There's Dunks. Dunks is, yeah, I think Dunks is one of the Americans. I always call him Dunk, but I think it's Dunks is what it really is. Let's see if, I'm pretty sure Dunks will get out of the, first round here. Boy, oh boy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll get out of that thing. Low power mode. Close. Okay, I better. Looks like I gotta charge my phone. Not a big deal. Yeah, I'm not sure who this B. Quims is. Like he said, good luck to everybody. People use different names when they make comments on the stream, so sometimes I don't know who that person is. And I don't have a good memory either, right? Because they might tell me and I'll forget about it later. So, there's Dunk. Oh, that's why Pards took the Mercedes, took the thing I stole his car on him. He must have joined after me, I guess. I wanted to race in the same car as Rolly. So I took a Williams, and I guess Williams is Pards' car, So yeah, it looks like Dunk is going to be safely through. Oh, there's Energetic. Energetic is going out. Let's see if Energetic gets out. But, and it looks like Mamcock's out there too. So it looks like Javin Wayne. Oh, great. Javin Wayne and the Dutchman already... I mean, I'm not sure what happened with Selecta, if that was just a designed disqualification because he had to start in the back from the rules or from a penalty or whatnot. That's what I'm thinking. Unless he forgot to turn his wheel left coming out of the pit, because that can happen in this track, because that's a crazy pit. I don't like the pit exit. That or, you know, give control of the car a little bit before they do on the pit exit. Because, like, before you have to literally have your wheel turned already. Okay? When you're pressing the X button to come out of the, or whatever button you have for the pit release thing to take the pit limiter off. So I don't think he really needs to come up with that great of a time here. Honestly, because I think, yeah, 147, that's definitely going to get him through, no problem, I don't think, here. And there's Jordan. My vote for fastest driver. I think this guy would win every season if he showed up to every race, but he does a lot of esports and PSGL racing, so it's probably why he doesn't show up to all the races. Or that, or he just does it to give other people a chance. But I do believe if he were to show up to every race, every season, he'd probably be the champion every season because I think he's probably the fastest driver right there. He's like the Michael Schumacher or the Max Verstappen of A1881, I think. So yeah, that looks like it. I think Riant. Let's go. Let's find Riant here. I think Riant's gonna get out. He waits till the last minute, but I'm pretty sure the Rain Man, the bringer of rain. Oh, and he gets a bit of the wall. He's not gonna like that, but I think he's gonna be able to finish his run. It might not cost him, but that's the wall that's probably gonna hit a lot of people today. He might lose some time here through this thing. No, it looks like he was okay. So I don't think that wall thing's really gonna affect him too much. We'll be able to tell real soon here with a 1:30:40. Yeah, you see what I mean? It didn't affect him too much, I don't think, that wall hit. And considering it was at the end of the thing, as long as he done DNF, yeah, I don't think it really scrubbed too much of his speed. So he gets through the Rain Man. But that's going to be one of the corners that you're definitely going to see a lot of guys hitting the wall on. I know I've hit that wall multiple times myself. You really can't underestimate where to brake on that corner. It's a difficult braking corner too. So the Rain Man gets through, and it looks like it's going to be Sir Ivo. And it looks like Frontenac also, I don't know why I call him Frontenac, FT Ronk. Somehow I've got FT Ronk and Frontenac. I don't know why I call him Frontenac. But yeah, it's like Dunce, I call him Dunk. Right, so who knows? But yeah, so there you go. Both Job and Wayne and Selecta. I don't know if Selecta's gonna like starting next to Job and Wayne. Job and Wayne is known as an aggressive driver, so that will be interesting to see how that shakes out. But yeah, so it looks like Selecta, Javelin, and see, those are the. Oh, Danger just gets through. It looks like. Yeah, I sometimes don't like this track because it's just caution after caution after safety car after safety car. So we'll see what happens though in the race. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a decent race in where you don't get too many safety cars, but this is definitely a safety car track, I would think. I hope my voice is coming through good. If my voice isn't coming through good, let me know, because I got my mic sitting on my chest. I don't feel like wearing my headset. Got my glasses on here. I'm finally feeling better. I had after I did my broadcast for the league on Sunday, I was already starting to feel bad, and I think I got a flu. And I'm finally starting to feel better. I finally feel better now. I hate getting the flu or a cold because I already have congestion issues, right? I take sprays and stuff for congestion and stuff like that. So when I get a flu or a cold, it's like a brick inside my head. Yeah, it's horrible, but yeah, it seems like it's all good. So yeah, so those are the guys that are out. The Dutchman's not going to be happy about that. Yeah, that's too bad. He picks this track, and this is the track he's going to have to start in the back. Yeah, he's gonna need some luck. He's gonna need some patience. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna have to make the most of every opportunity he gets, right? And maybe he gets a bunch of safety cars and he gets himself into a position where he can actually compete for a decent finish. But Azerbaijan is definitely probably not a track you really want to start near the back. Especially since the DRS zone, everybody's going to be running really low downforces probably. It's just a track you have to because that straightaway is just so long. Everybody runs a low downforce package on it. Right, I'm supposed to do this stuff a long time ago. And I'm just sitting here doing whatever. There's Nate Andrew David. I think he's on his hot lap here. I'm not sure what people are going to run, actually. I think medium is probably going to be good enough. You might even see some people run none. But I think medium is generally the best way to go when you're, if you manage your boost right. I think medium is probably the best way to go on most tracks for qualifying. Nate Andrew David, he's a controller player too. So keep that in mind. He races with a controller and he likes to use a weird offset T-cam offset or whatever. But I think there's a bunch of drivers now actually, and there you go, 139.3. So yeah, that 138 is starting to look a little bit. And if that's a 139.3 in a kick Sauber, that's pretty good. That's weird. Hey, because this is a realistic performance, so he's in one of the, probably the worst car there is, next to the Haas. I think the Haas and the Kick are probably the two worst cars. And then probably maybe the Alpine. Williams. All right. That bar's up there. 139.6. I think he was pretty quick in that practice that they did. So, Nate Andrew David, not bad of a time. He's in the Alpine, not a fast car, but not a bad time. There's Namcock. SV5 seems to be not up to pace on this track. Miami, he wasn't that competitive on either. I'm just going into the pits. Oh, Scarbo! He's on medium, so I'm just wondering. Yeah, he had an odd off. He could have saved a lot more juice. Well, he's coming in anyway. Let's go check out our new guy, Charlino. Charles, the Dino Ho. I don't know. Maybe he's a Charles Leclerc fan. He's got a pink helmet, though. Who knows? Maybe it's even a female driver. Never know. More and more girls are starting to race, I find. A lot of girls play video games now. Back in my day, it was like, a boys type thing, but now all the girls play the games just like the guys. Call of Duty and all that stuff. So, yeah. We'll have to see how that goes. It definitely looked like oh, Jesus. Sorry. I still have a little bit of that cold. He's got a car up in front and gets out of the way, so it's not going to affect his time. And on to the final stretch. See where Mr. Charles comes out. 139.7, so good time. Energetic little 140. He figures that's good enough, and I think 140 will get him through to the next round, too. 140, I think that's going to be pretty safe. Let's see here. What do we got? Rollies in the garage. Oh, here we go. SV5. Let's see. Haven't seen much. Right? Let's see if he's struggling or not. Well, he's up on his time by almost a second, so. But his other time wasn't that great, though. It doesn't look like. So, yeah, he's looking at about a 140.3 or so. I'm not sure if he'll break into the 139s. No. But he gets himself into the 140s, 1.4, which I think will probably get him through. I think. Looks like Rolly. He's out on his out lap here. Pretty shiny looking Williams. Looks like a Duracell battery. It does actually, but Riank and Dunk looks like they're waiting. Right now, it's looking like a 140.8 is what Rolly's going to have to beat if he's going to get through to the next one. But I have a feeling he's going to have to probably be a little bit better than that. We'll have to see. But let's sit in with the league owner, Rock and Rolly, and see what kind of oh, and there's Crunchy Pancake, which will give us a full field. Crunchy Pancake will be starting at the back, I guess. Ah, boy. And he's up on his time, about 3.5 tenths. So he's looking pretty good. SV5 is not bothered to do another run, but you better watch out. Because I would not be surprised if that time might not stick up. Especially with Dunk and Rolly and Nate Danger. Still with runs to go. Let's see where Rolly comes out. DRS is open. There goes that wing. 139, 140. So Rolly's not going to make it through. Rock and Rolly. Let's see here. Scarpo's down on his time, so I don't think he's going to... Gordini. Still in the garage. So Gordini's not going to go. There's Dunk. So SV5 is probably going to be okay, I think. Going by what I'm seeing here, because a couple of guys didn't go out. There goes Dunk. But I think SV5 is going to be fine. I think Nate Danger, David. Oh, yeah. You see what I mean? He just made it. Yeah, he just made it. Just barely. So yeah, it looks like SV5 might not be liking this track too much. But this track, like I said, anything can happen. Nate Danger improves his time to make sure that he gets through. But yeah, Scarpo and Gordini didn't bother to run there that last lap. Rolly, unfortunately, misses by about 4 tenths, yeah. So on to the next round. So yeah, Mamcock, Rowley, Scarpo, Yesher Run, and Gordini are out. Oh, it looks like there's rain coming near the end here. Maybe that's... So maybe the final quality session might be with rain tires for intermediates, which might make it interesting. Okay, that's weird, okay, because I'm seeing SV5 with a 144 and a 142 to dunk. You see that? So that's a glitch right there, so that tells me there's something wrong with the lobby. Because a 142, a 140.2 is faster than a 140.4, so it should be SV5 in 10th and dunk in 9th, right? But what? Dunk. So dunk doesn't make it through. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure dunk's not going to be happy about that. Maybe he wiped out on his lap or something. I don't know. But yeah. So it's only 9 into the final round. And it looks like we're going to be raining for this round, so there you go. Yeah, so just 9 guys. Dunk not making it through for some reason. That's unfortunate. Oh, look at that Energetic made it through. Energetic's also another Dutchie. I like the Dutchies. My background is Dutch. So. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, it's raining, so I'm gonna put my money on the Rain Man. Everybody's out on softs, right? I'm just wondering if how long. I think they're trying to get a. I'm just noticing this. They're quickly getting out there on the softs, but I'm just wondering if the softs are actually gonna. By the time they actually start their hot lap, if these softs are going to be any good. I think they all probably just tried to get them on and get out as quickly as possible. But we'll see how these softs are going to hold out. You might get lucky and the track will stay dry for the lap, but we'll see. I'm gonna sit in with the Rain Man. And you see how tight they are. And that's because they all wanted to get out onto them softs as fast as possible before the track got wet. Is what I'm thinking, right? But we'll have to see how that works out. You can see the Alpine getting out of the way. That was Nate Andrew David, he must have done something because he got out of the way, so he's aborted on his lap or whatever it was. I think some people have already wiped out on their out lap, I think, because I see Charaldino with a back into the pit, so it makes me think that he might have hit a wall on his out lap there. Oh, it looks like SP5 is out. So, yeah, I see his thing, so he must have hit a wall as well. You see Charaldino already putting on the intermediates. I think that might be A Mega ahead of Riank. So let's see what these guys come up with on their no, that was so a 151.4. So yeah, the wet tires aren't working for him, that's for sure. And they're not working for thing. So yeah, I think wet tires is going to beat that. I think a set of intermediates will probably beat that time. I don't think the slicks. That's what I think. I think so. Yeah, they're all sliding around. I think I think they tried to go out on the thing. I think maybe SV5 probably wiped out. Maybe. Oh, he's still harvesting. So yeah, let's see what his run is going to be. But yeah, I think the intermediates are going to be faster than a 149. I think intermediates it's probably going to be about 5 seconds slower, something like that. A lap, something like that. We'll have to see, right? But I'm pretty sure the 149 is not going to be a good time. I'm pretty sure when you put on a set of intermediates, you'll beat that time, I think. We'll watch Charaldino. And see what kind of improvement, see what kind of time he puts in. Nate Andrew coming out on an out lap too. Yeah, I'm just hoping for a good day from the Flying Dutchman. A little bit of a lock up there, it looked like. But I still think, I have a feeling Charaldino will get the pole here. I don't think he'll keep it, but I think because he's on the intermediates, I think the intermediates are going to be faster than the slicks. I think they just went out on the slicks thinking maybe they get lucky and get a nice dry line. Nice little drift into that corner, actually. I think that worked out good for them. That little drift, eh? But yeah, let's see where... Oh, and no DRS. They're not allowing the DRS to open. So, 149.7. have a feeling that's not going to last. I think need to injure David. Here he comes. He's on a hot lap here. Whoop! A little bit of wall, but I don't think anything severe there. Yeah, but they're not getting that DRS, so that might have helped those guys, I think, that did the run earlier. I think they got DRS. So maybe these intermediates, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those guys that did get out on those intermediates actually made a good thing, but we'll have to see here. Jordan will be a good is this quality? Yeah, this is the final this is the final quality session right here. There's 3 quality sessions, right? Each quality session 5 get eliminated, so there's 20 guys in total, but now you're down to the final 10. Hey, Willie Behounce! Yeah, this is F1. But yeah, this is the final quality session. Bit of a tricky session actually, because it was kind of started in the rain and now it's gone to the rain. This is no assist too, so none of these guys have any traction control or anything like that. Here comes A1881. Is he going to be able to? No, he's not going to be able to improve on his time that much. So those guys that did sneak out on those intermediates seem to have, and Jordan putting on a little show there. But yeah, that's Willie Bounce. I commentate and race with those guys on GT7. So yeah, stick around, Willie. This is an exciting track. You're gonna see a lot of wall hitting, probably a lot of damage to the cars here, because damage happens in this. I don't know what Jordan's doing here, but I think he's just screwing his run up. But yeah, it looks like Jordan disqualified from the session. So that'll probably, because he's disqualified, that'll probably drop him right to the because he got disqualified, so now he's in 9th. He'll be starting in 9th position. Yeah, I think Meg got lucky being the first one out on those reds, I think, and got a run in on those slicks before the track got really bad. These new refs. Oh, regulations, yeah. You mean in F1? Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all. I from what I'm hearing from the drivers, I think Mercedes, okay, is probably going to walk away with, and it's not going to be because they got the best driver. It's going to be because they've got their engine, because apparently their cylinder heads expand once the car heats up, giving them substantially way more horsepower. But they're talking like losing power on the straights. You know what I mean? This 50-50 engines are electric and thing. I don't think it's going to be good racing at all. It's not going to be racing, okay? It's not. It's going to be about how you manage the. You're not going to be able to full out race people because you're going to have to manage your energy at the same time. So yeah, I think it's going to be crappy racing, honestly, from what I can tell. It's not going to be fun at all to watch because you're going to be seeing all sorts of people. Yeah, they're getting off the gas early, going into corners just to try to save energy and stuff like that. Nobody really got a handle on it yet, but I also think that a lot of the guys that are running the Mercedes engines are sandbagging. But you'll see in Australia what happens, I guess. But yeah, I do agree with you, Willie. I don't think it's going to be a good F1 season. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be thing. So he shouldn't have disqualified himself. He would have started up a little.
I assume it has something to do with groupies.
Carbon trading. You'll offset your driving by turning off your air conditioning, reduce your carbon footprint.
Okay, well, going by that picture, it looks like it might be a dry race, so that'll be good, at least. Because, like I said, this track, it's hard to make passes in the thing. So that's quality. Once we get the thing, they're going to do a formation lap. Get their tires warmed up, and I'll go through the through the running order. I'm kind of glad that Willie Bounce is watching this. This is a realistic league too, okay? So all these cars are also realistic performance. But what they do, Willie, is they put the fast guys in the slowest cars. And then the slower guys in the fast cars to try to equal out the field to make it more competitive. All right. And if you're ever interested, Willie, in getting into F1, let me know and I'll get you into a league. You can always join this league as a reserve or whatnot. But this is a no assist league, so yeah. Yeah, it's that's how they do it, right? You know, they go by your previous finishes and stuff like that, and then at the beginning of every season, certain drivers are only can get into these types of cars, just to level out the field somewhat. But somehow the fastest driver always seems to take that the slowest car and still gets the better run. So yeah. But it looks like it's going to be a dry start to the race. Whether it changes during the race, we'll have to see. But I imagine we're going to see a lot of safety cars in this race. So, but I could be wrong. You might get lucky, and everybody keeps it clean. Damage, Willie, you get a little bit of wing damage, and that's it. You got to pit. All right, so this is all realistic. Yes, this is on PS5. I think actually, well, you can race this. You can race this on computer, but I do believe this league, A1881, that Rolly runs, is actually for PS5 only. You're not allowed. I don't think you can be on computer and run because there is crossplay for this league. Okay, so spectator menu here. Let me get this done. Tire, enable. Got that all there. All right. So we got Meg and Charlene on the front row. We got Justin and Rain Man on the second row. We got Bards and Energetic on the third row. We've got Nate Danger, David, and SV5 on the fourth row. We got Jordan and Dunk on the fifth row. We got Mamcock and Rolly on the sixth row. Scarpo and Yesher Run on the seventh. Gordini the Houdini and FT Ronk on the eighth row. And then Sir Ibo, Jab and Wayne on the ninth row. And then we've got my favorite, the Flying Dutchman, and then Crunchy Pancake on the final row. It looks like we've got Bards, SV5, Mamcock, Rolly, Yesher Run, Gordini, Sir Ibo, and Crunchy Pancake all starting on whites, so they're going for the longer first run. Then we've got Frontenac starting on a set of reds. Yes, you have to drive everything yourself here. There's no everything you do. You can press start, okay, and have the computer run it for you, right? But you're better to do it on your own because you have to warm up your tires. You have to get them to a certain temperature. Get your brakes up there too. So yeah, yes, you have to engage your pit limiter yourself. You have to disengage it as well. So you can't drive straight in there. You have to be at the speed limit. I don't use the pit limiter. I just brake till I hit the speed. Right, but yeah, the pit limiter, you have to disengage it yourself when you leave the pit, and you have to engage it when you go into the pit. But you don't need to engage it, actually. You just have to get to that speed when you cross the line, and then it engages on its own. But yeah, this is all realistic in this one. Everything you have to do on your own. Right, it's important on your out lap to get your tire temperatures up there so that you get a good start. But and there's no ghosting. So damages, you have to run clean. You want to run clean. You don't want to take damage. So anyway, here we go. We got everybody. Looks like everybody at the grid. Just waiting for the lights here. Buckle up, Buttercup. Let's go racing, boys. Looks like A Meg gets off, and then Charlino, one of the newer guys, looks like a pretty good start. Doesn't look like we've got too many accidents there. Selecta getting up a few spots. The Flying Dutchman up in the 16th. Looking good. Hopefully nobody took any damage there. But it actually looked like a pretty clean start into that first corner where you're going to see most of the thing. But yeah, you're going to have to... And then what you're going to watch for, William, is there's DRS. So you want to stay in that 1 second range. You can see how Rionk there is 1.8. So the first lap, after the first lap, DRS gets enabled. Right? So you want to try to get out of that 1 second range for the DRS zones. There's 2 of them on this track. But if you're out of that 1 second range, then the guy behind you can't open his wing. And that's something else that's going to change in the new season. Apparently that wing, you can open it whenever you want now. Rain Man's struggling back there. He's losing time. I'm not sure what happened with him, but parts all over the back of them. Think of parts you don't want it, but those the top 3 are all in that DRS. So you're gonna, so AA Meg is gonna have a hard time defending that. When races go to new season, will it stop the people who haven't brought the DLC? I don't know. When does the yeah, you got battery boost on this one too. I don't know what's gonna happen with the DLC. I don't know if the game's gonna change at all. If they're just gonna be the cars liveries changing. I don't know if it'll be like the new rules in the 2026 season of Real F1. Actually. Yeah, we'll have to see actually when the DLC comes out. But I think it's I think for the DLC, I think it's probably just going to be liveries that change. But I think the game itself is going to stay the same. When will Ghost make it back on track? I try to get on track here and there. I practice here and there. But yeah, I haven't been motivated that much. I do a little bit of GT7 here and there, and then I do a little bit of F1 here and there, but I'm not really that serious in it anymore. I do more practices and stuff like that. But maybe I'll get back out there again, but we'll see. I'm not liking how the new F1 is going to be, so we'll have to see how that turns out. It's going to... yeah, I'm not looking forward to the new season, like the real F1 season, right? Which is going to transfer over to the game. I think it's going to be a whole lot of button press in that, not necessarily a DLC that comes out, but the yeah, the cars look good. I like how the cars with the smaller, they look good and everything else. But from what I understand, you're going to be losing power on the straights. And it might create problems because you're going to have a car that's traveling, say, 200 miles an hour, and you're only going to be traveling 160 miles an hour because you have no energy power. Right? It's all about, and guys are lifting now going into the corners. So I don't think it's going to be so racy as it is going to be tactical, like having to... I don't know. You know what? We're gonna have to wait to Australia, okay? Because I guarantee you, there's people that were sandbagging, especially the Mercedes. I think were sandbagging. I think in the practice, in the preseason practice sessions there. But basically, Australia will tell the tale of what the new season is going to look like. But I don't like that, you know, because you're going to be losing power. You can't run these cars, the new 2026 cars. You won't be able to run them full out. And there we go, our first safety car. So all those guys on whites, I would imagine, are going to stay out. I think the guys on the yellows, But yeah, you're going to see, that's Yesher run out. But I think now this will be a break for the guys on the thing. Oh, something happened to the selector because it looks like he had the pit there, but he's got himself cars, the manufacturer, always ahead of the game. Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah, I don't think Ferrari is going to be that strong, actually, honestly. Like I said, I think the Mercedes engine is going to be the one to beat. I think Red Bull has good electrical, okay? But what Mercedes engine does, okay, is under cold temperatures, when they do the measurements, and that's why the teams are lobbying for the measurements to be done when the engines are warm, because what happens? And yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Austin, they've got Newey there, and apparently, they had the longest to work on the car too, and they're probably in the worst shape. So that kind of makes you wonder. Maybe Newey doesn't know as much as you think it was. But yeah, it looks like the yellow guys are all pitting. But yeah, with the Mercedes engine, okay, which quite a few cars run, now I guarantee you that Mercedes will have it set up better than the rest, like McLaren or Williams. Okay, but what they've done is the metals they're using, okay, or whatever they've experimented with, when the engine is under cold temperatures, they measure a different 16-to-1 what they're supposed to. Yeah, he's probably better at the aero. Yeah, I'm not sure, right? But what the engine on the Mercedes, okay, does is once it heats up, it gains a huge amount of horsepower, because what happens is the cylinder heads expand, creating more back pressure, okay, more horsepower, and dramatically more horsepower. Okay, so I have a feeling that Mercedes is going to be so much quicker because of that horsepower that it creates once it warms up the engine. Once the engine warms up, those cylinder heads expand inside the cylinder ports, creating a greater. So it goes from it's no longer 16.1, and that's why the teams are asking that the engines be measured under warm conditions, which I think they should do, okay, because that's race conditions. Your cars are going to be hot under race. If you measure them under cold conditions, you're not going to get an accurate measurement of what the engine's actually putting out. And that's what the Mercedes engine does, is the cylinder heads expand under the heat, and now all of a sudden that engine that measured 16-to-1 is now actually measuring a lot more, almost double. Okay, because of the cylinder heads expanding inside the cylinder ports. It's kind of cheating, but it's, you know, that's how they do things in Formula One. You know, they look for the loopholes and whatnot. But if the FIA does decide to measure the engines under warm conditions, Mercedes will be in trouble, because they won't pass the inspection then, because their engine will be producing a lot more horsepower than it should be, because of that expansion of the cylinder heads, right? Because it'll have a lot more compression. Once those cylinder heads expand inside the cylinder port, that creates a lot more compression, which creates a lot more horsepower. Okay, so they found a way under cold conditions to have the engine read what it's supposed to under regulations, but if they measure it under warm conditions, the Mercedes engine is well above the regulations, okay? Where the other cars aren't. So they found a way to cheat the system, basically. And that's what the teams are all complaining about, okay? With the Mercedes. I have a feeling that if they don't do it before the first race, you'll see Mercedes just take off, and they'll probably end up sandbagging because they take off so much from the rest of them they'll probably have to sandbag so that they don't get the regulations changed. But yeah, but I honestly think like it makes sense to me. Why wouldn't you measure the engines under hot conditions? Because that's race conditions, right? That's what you'd want the engine to be measured at. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting season because I don't think it's going to be so racy as it is going to be thinking about. Yeah, they measure, FIA choose to measure the compression at ambient, yeah. Which is bullshit. Like honestly, it doesn't make sense to do that. Because wouldn't you want to measure the engine under race conditions, under hot conditions? And like I said, if they do that, Mercedes is going to be throwing a real curveball, because they're going to have to try to figure out how to get their engine to read the proper compression 16:1 under hot conditions. Because under hot conditions, the Mercedes isn't measuring 16:1, okay? It is far greater. Well, if they don't if they leave the regulations under the cold conditions, where they measure under cold conditions, then I think Mercedes will definitely dominate the first part of the season until they change that rule. Because they're using a material on their cylinder heads that expands. Okay? So even though it measures it under cold conditions, once that engine warms up, it is doubling its horsepower. Pretty much, okay? Which I don't think is fair, okay? I think all the cars should be measured under a certain temperature. They should be regulated to be at a certain temperature and measured at race condition temperatures, not idling conditions. Like Nicky Lauda used the magnesium part, yeah. But that was different, like you know what I mean? Those regulations, but under the new regulations with the 50/50, these parts that they're using, okay, that expand inside the cylinder port, I'm sorry, you have to measure them under hot conditions. That's the only fair way to do it, if you ask me. But if they don't, Mercedes is going to get away with a huge advantage, I think. Mercedes will definitely, I think, anybody running that Mercedes engine will probably be up near the front. I think Red Bull has done a good job of it, okay, but I think they're more the electrical part. I think Mercedes has used a thing with the cylinder heads expanding inside the ports, which increases the compression and increases the horsepower dramatically. But yeah, here we go again. Like I said, all the guys, it looks like on the white tires. So SV5 stayed out, gained a bunch of spots. Yeah, well, Max can make cars do amazing things, okay? I think Max hasn't always had, I don't think he has had as fast as the car as everybody thinks he has. I think it's just Max that makes that car go so fast, okay? But Max himself has told, has made it quite clear, even Lewis Hamilton, the same thing. They don't like we're under virtual safety car here, so everybody's got to hold their pace. But yeah, Max, yeah. But even Hamilton doesn't like the thing. It's not going to be racing that we're going to be seeing, I think. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of energy management, you know, guys, you know. And it might be dangerous on the straightaways because you might be having guys that are going way faster than the other guy. If one of those slower guys decides to make a block on a guy that's doing 40 miles an hour faster than you, that could be dangerous in F1, right? And it looks like the virtual safety car has gone in. So everybody's back up to racing speed. We'll see how long SV5 is able to hold this spot, which I don't think he'll hold on to it for very long. He's on a little bit older tires, right? But I think he might be a little bit outclassed here. It doesn't look like it was his track. I think he was just trying to get a little bit of a strategy going there. And I think he's just hoping to have a good day here and come away with a decent finish. But it didn't look like SV5 was up to pace on this track. Kind of like in Miami. Probably not one of his tracks of preference there. I think Traldino will end up making the pass, especially if SV5 can't hold on to that DRS. If he can't hold on to that DRS of AA Meg, which it looks like he might be able to do for this lap. But it looks like Traldino, look at that Justin up there too now. I think Traldino will probably make the pass on SV5 here. He's definitely quicker. I don't think SV5, I think SV5 actually getting out of the way there. I think he realizes he's not up to pace and he's just getting out of the way here. Whoa, what happened to SV5? He's gone into the pits. I'm wondering why. Did he hit the corner? Did he get some damage or something? Yeah, I'm not sure why he did the pit there. But I'm liking this Traldino guy. I've never seen him race. He's looking like he's got some pretty good race. AA Meg is by none not slow, that's for sure. Selecta looking like he's back up in the 12th. Back up there. I always like watching this. It looks like how's Rolly been looking this season? I think he was looking. He started off good, but then I think he's been fading. And same with the Dutchman here. Just so happens two of my favorite drivers on and off track are racing each other. So let's sit in with Rock and Rolly and the Flying Dutchman. I think Rolly trying to hang on to that DRS so that the Dutchman can't overtake him on this straight here. But actually, I think the Dutchman's going to get DRS. I'm not sure that he's close enough to make the pass, though, because they did move the DRS zone down quite a bit. So I think Rolly might be able to hold off the Dutchman for this lap, maybe. And the Flying Dutchman pits too. And he goes on to a set of whites. Probably, I think, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, some strategy going on here. But I think this is right around the time, actually, when you're going to see guys wanting to go on to a set of whites if they have them. Because I think whites actually last a long time on this track. And I don't think... But yeah, Rock and Rolly holding on to 11th place. But like I said, this is a weird track. Anything can happen, okay? Oh no, Traldino. Brazil is next week? I'm not sure, actually. I'd have to look on the server to find out. But yeah, you're probably right. I like Brazil. That's a good track, so I'll definitely get into the practice sessions if I can. if they let me know when they're doing them so I can check out the track. I always like Brazil. Brazil's a fun track. A lot of people like Brazil. See, Rock doing not too bad. Gordini the Houdini. Yeah, what happened with Charaldino there? I guess he must have had something must have happened there because yeah, he dropped way back and he was doing so well there for a while. So something happened to him, that's the most definite. And he's in a bad spot because what tire is the best for this race? Most definitely a yellow-white. I would go yellow-white, okay, me, but if you go white-yellow, that's your choice. But I always like starting on the yellow just in case that early caution comes out. But generally, yeah, it's going to be a yellow and a white combination. Red tires just burn off too quick on this track. Right? You might see a set of reds come out if there's a late caution, say lap 20, 22 or so, lap 20. You know, you'll probably see guys go with a set of reds if they have a set. Right? Because you have a full quality in this, right? So a lot of the guys use up all their reds in quality sessions, right? Unless they happen to save a set for the race. But yeah, definitely yellow whites. My favorite tire on this track would be the white tire because they hold out the best. They actually run quite a long time, I think, on this track. So my tire of choice would be the white tire, right? But it's definitely a yellow-white track. You're not going to see a lot of people running the red tire under race conditions. The only reason why you see someone running the reds is, like I said, a late safety car comes out near the end, and then you're going to see guys running the red tires for the sprint to the finish. But yeah, too bad for Energetic doing well, another Dutchman. Yesher Run and A Danger David both out early. Justin up there. But yeah, SV5 pitted early. I'm not sure if that was strategy. I have a feeling it was strategy. I think he's going for the undercut or something. Actually, I'm looking. It looks like he took a set of two sets of whites. So I think SV5 is still going to have to make another pit spot because I think he started on whites. SV5. So he still has to make another pit stop. But it's been not too bad, actually, considering. Only one safety car so far. There goes Jordan. Looks like Jordan makes the pass on the Rain Man. Jordan fighting back. Don't count out Jordan. He's a esports driver. Races in PSGL. I always try to get him to give me his setups, but he won't do it anymore. Once in a while, he might help me out a little bit, but I don't think he gives me his setups. And I think that's because of a team thing in esports, you know. They have setups that they share in their teams, and they, you know, they don't want to share them with other people and stuff like that. So he just obeying by the yeah. Well, you're gonna get a lot of tight race in F1. It's not gonna be like you see in GT7, okay, where huge gaps form, right? especially in F1, these guys really want to stay in that 1 second range. Here, I'll go up to AA Mag. You see how it's 9 point something? Well, now he just gets it over 1 second. So unless, now Justin is just into that. Oh, he's just out. So we'll have to see if Justin gets his DRS here. No, he doesn't. You can see how they don't get the DRS. You have to be within that 1 second, and that'll open that rear wing of yours, giving you an advantage to gain. So AA doing well to manage that 1 second gap. Right here, now, Justin's going to get it this time by. You're going to see that wing open up. You see that wing's opened up now? Because he's in that 1 second range. Oh, and we've got, looks like they're all of a sudden coming to a slow stop. So I'm thinking this is a safety car, because sometimes it's a glitch, it doesn't. And I'm looking at that sign up there, and that's a safety car. So here we go. We're in that safety car. Now, this is a little too early to go to a set of reds. So I'm thinking you're going to see a lot of people probably. Well, I still think if you got a set of whites, I would go with a set of whites. But I think you're going to see a lot of guys. Oh, no, Mamcock. I think that's who we just saw. Is Mamcock in the... Yeah, he's in a Mercedes. And that's who we just saw pulling over there. Trying to make it into that thing. No, I can't. I can't see it here. I would love to be able to see that. But, yeah, that's one thing where Gran Turismo is a little better. At least I can see the tire wear. Here, I can't. But I can tell you right now, okay, by the laps, okay, Energetic on 10 lap old yellows, he will be pitting. Those tires are done. Right, his tires are done. He's definitely going to be pitting. Mind you, some of them tires were done under safety cars, so they probably got a little bit of life, but just about everybody's going to be pitting here. I don't think you're going to see anybody stay out. You'd be, and as you can see, there you go, AA Mag, right? And in F1 too, you got to also watch out. Rianc is going to get screwed here. If you go back to Rianc, okay, because AA Meg is his teammate, so he's going to end up having to wait for AA Meg. You see there? He had to wait a little bit for AA to Meg, so he's going to lose a couple of spots pitting, probably. Actually, he comes out pretty good. He's actually, he was able to make it, but you got to worry about the double stack in thing, because the teammates use the same pit stall. So you have to wait for your teammate to go first, right? But that helped out Charles Dino. And as I said, it looks like everybody is choosing the whites, because I think the whites are the best. You could go with a set of yellows here, but with the yellows, come lap 8, they're almost done. You know what I mean? Where the whites are going to hold out to the end. Everybody who just went to a set of whites there is definitely good to go. They're going to have no problem making it to the end. Where the guys on the who choose yellow are going to probably be losing a lot of grip near the end of the race here. But this is Azerbaijan, and there are a lot of cautions, a lot of safety cars, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see another safety car before the end of this. Especially near the end of the race when everybody starts getting impatient. So once again, the field bunches back up, everybody in DRS again. So we'll have to see how the thing, and now Charles Dino back in a good position where I think he might be able to compete for maybe a win. That'd be nice for him. I don't think I've ever seen him here, so it would be nice to see a new guy win his first race in A1881. But yeah, here it's not just tire wear you need to pay attention to, William. You need to also pay attention to your tire temperatures. Okay, and unfortunately, I can't show that because they don't have that display here. But you always want to keep your tire temperatures at a certain operating temperature on this game, or you're going to lose grip, right? If you overheat your tires too much, they're going to become really slick. So it's not just wear you need to watch out for. You need to watch out for tire temps. And in F1, okay, worn tires do blow. Okay, they do blow. I don't think they blow in GT7. But in Formula One, when you get around that 80% mark, which I don't recommend you run your tires to, but once you get to that 80% mark of tire wear, your tires are about to blow. So you can blow a tire and that can be raced over right then and there. But yeah, damage and tires are very important in F1. You don't want to be taking wing damage, especially that front wing. Right, but this is a track, okay, where you're going to see guys running, say, like you know, even 0-0 you might see for wings, okay? But you're seeing like a front wing of like 5-2 and a rear wing of none, 0. Because of that long stretch, that long straight there. So people run a very low wing package on this track. But like all these laps that you're seeing them running right now, they're all having to do this on their own, and they have to maintain a delta too, okay? Not under safety, not when they're behind the safety car, but when you're running a virtual safety car, you have to maintain a delta until they go back to green racing, right? And if you go over that delta and don't go below the delta before they give you the warning. Yes, low wing is less downforce. So basically on this track here, they're running almost 0 downforce. They're running a little bit of front wing and probably no rear wing. So they're running very low downforce. As opposed to like a track like, say, Monaco, where they're running a full wing package, or the Hungarian Grand Prix is also a high wing package, where you're running like high wings, like almost maximum wing package. So maximum downforce. Like, you know how we ran Belgium there? Belgium is a similar wing package to this track, okay? Because of those really long straights. So at Belgium, Spa, you'd be running like a 3 or a 0 wing package. Or a 3, I run a 3-0 wing package at Spa on F1. Because you just have to, because it's just so long, the thing. And what they do is they use the suspension, the ARB and the spring to gain grip instead of using the yeah, I recommend it. And like I said, if you want to get into leagues, I can get you into leagues. If you're looking for an assist league, I can get you into those too. There's lots of assist leagues, right? But yeah, it's definitely it's realistic, okay? It's a lot more realistic, okay? You need to be worried about your tire. You need to be worried about your temperatures. You need to worry about damage. All right? Generally, you try to set the guy up for passes in the DRS zones. And here we go. It looks like everybody's slowing down, and it looks like the leader's bunching up the pack. Getting ready for the start. He's probably going to wait probably the last minute to go to the start, because you don't want to go too early on here, because or you're going to give the guy behind you too much of a draft. right? So he's going to wait probably close to that start-finish line before he goes, okay? Or if he notices the guy behind him gaps it, he might pull an early start, but he's going to probably wait to the very end here so that nobody behind him can get a run on him. And off he goes. There he goes. So he took off a little earlier, and you can see how everybody behind, they bunch up going into this first corner. And it being late laps, now everybody else is going to be thing. And then we got a nice clean start there. Nice, everybody gave each other space into the thing. In that first corner. Hey, Meg being able to hold on that thing, but I don't know for how long. Oh, it looked like a little bit of a wall there, but I think his wing's okay. We have a caution there, but I think it's just a caution. And track limits are much different in Formula One. That white line, 3 tires, you're okay. But if you go 4 tires, you are going to get a warning for it. But in F1, you get 3 warnings. Okay, you'll get 3 warnings ahead of time. Okay, they'll let you know when you've crossed it. On the 4th time, you get a penalty, a 3-second penalty. Okay. And that Mamcock penalty, that's a drive-through penalty, okay, because he exceeded the delta under safety car or under the virtual. Okay, and that's a drive-through. And here we go. Are we going to get a new leader? We got Justin overtaking AA for the lead. How long that's going to last, I don't know. Will AA get him back in the next DRS zone, which is right here? This will be the next DRS zone. It's not as long as a straightaway, but I think he still might be able to re-overtake him here. You can see Justin going to the inside the block, but it looks like AA Meg's going to go for it. And it looks like he's again, but it looks like Justin going for a crossover. But not quite able, but I think you're going to see some swapping of spots here. We've got a caution here. I think it's just a caution. Yeah, we're back to racing. Just a caution. But I think AA and Justin are going to be going at it here. And we've got the top 6 all in DRS range here. Oh, no! And, well, there goes Charles Dino. Charles Dino, that is a president. That's going to bring out the safety car. I'm not sure. Is that going to bring out the safety car? I would think it does. Yep, there's the safety car. So here you go. This is lap 20 of 26. So you might see people going for that set of reds here. You might see it. I don't know. Let's see what AA Meg does. They've only got 4 laps on these whites, so you might even see them stay out. Yeah, this is a tough call to make right here. I'm looking at AA Meg. Is he going to go into the pits? He's not going into the pits, so I think they're staying out. I do believe we're under safety car here. Yeah, that's a safety car. There you go. So yeah, if you're in the back, you see what I mean? Okay, there you go. There's a guy diving in the pits going with the reds. Because the reds burn off, but you know, you're going to have a lap or 2 under the safety car too, so it's only going to be about 4, maybe 3 laps of racing on the red, so red will probably be just fine to go with. But those guys in the front not wanting to give up that spot, so they all stay out. Which I think it's probably, I probably would have done the same too. I think if I was in the lead, I probably would have stayed out. But yeah, they're going to have to watch now, especially for Jordan, because he's fast and he's on a set of reds, but he's got quite a few cars to go through before he can get up into the front there. But yeah, like I said, this track is full of safety cars because it's that wall. That's a tricky corner that's too bad for Cialdino in his first race there because he had good pace, but that's a tricky corner there. You see a lot of people, if you misjudge that corner, yeah, you hit the wall. Either the inside or the outside wall, right? But yeah, this is a tricky track. This is a hard track. The walls, yeah, it is hard to come away without hitting a wall on this track. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have ourselves a little shootout here for the... so it's going to be basically a sprint to the finish here. I'm not sure. Selecta on up in the 14th. Now, it doesn't look like he's having that great of a day. But who knows? Maybe what happens in the later run here. Maybe he can get himself up there. Energetic doing pretty good, I think. So... my Dutch feller's doing all right. But, yeah. But, yeah, I wish I could show you if you were to watch some of my race streams, William, you can kind of see how I open up my HUD, right? And you can see how... because there's energy modes too, okay? You can see down at the bottom there, you see how it's medium? You can also run off because you need to recharge your battery. You see how it's at 100% right there? But you need to make sure that you keep your battery up there so you can defend on the straightaways against cars with open wings, right? You get what I mean? There's quite a bit of management already, right? So under the new rules, man, it's gonna be crazy how much thing, right? But you can change your electricity modes, right? You can go from none, medium, and hot lap. All right, hot lap is probably you probably don't use it at all, right? Because it just burns too much energy. But you'll see guys switching their modes down there from medium to off to gain power. They'll switch it off to increase the recharge, so they recharge the power. And it looks like the safety car is going in, so it looks like we're going to go for a 4-lapper. And yeah. So, yeah, this is where everything gets crazy. Because it's only 4 laps to go. Keep that in mind. So everybody now knows there's no sitting around waiting. So the patience level is now at its lowest. Everybody bunching up. And AA is going to try to slow them down and wait for either the guy behind them to kind of gap it, or he'll wait till as close to the line as possible, because you don't want to give the guys behind you too much of the straight, or they're going to get a toe from you and be able to make a pass on you. So you can see he's waiting it out this time. He doesn't see the gap. Right? He's going to wait, and now he goes. But you can see how it's bunched up, and it's going to get crazy here because these are the last couple of laps. Now you got to go for it. And the Rain Man's going to be involved here. Bard's up in 4th spot too, Javin Wayne. Jordan now up in the 6th, 7th. So this is now everybody's going to be going for it now. Oh, yeah, you know what you're going to find, okay, in a lot of these leagues, okay, even though there is no assist and there's damage and everything else, the guys, okay, like, if you get into the right leagues, you're going to get some quality drivers and they race you good, okay? You're not going to have people crashing into you and doing stupid stuff like that. So you're going to get some good quality racing, good side-by-side racing, but you're really, but everybody knows how important it is to keep damage away from the car. That's a tricky corner there, okay? Right here, you're going to see a lot of people hitting the wall there because it's a tricky braking point. AA not able to get out of that DRS. So it looks like Justin's going to get that DRS. I think he gets it on the first lap here. You might have to wait one lap before he gets it, okay? On a safety car, you have to wait one lap before you get the DRS. But it looks like AA, Meg, and Justin are going to be able to pull out of that DRS from Riank. So it looks like the fight for first might be between AA and Justin. But with them scrapping it out between each other, you just might see Riank be able to get back into that DRS range and take and have a fight. But it looks like the Rain Man here has bars all over the back of him, so he's gonna have a hard time defending. He's got to try to open up a bit of a gap from Bards. But you can see Jordan's coming on them red tires. I'm just looking at Jordan. He's got them red tires. He's using them to his fullest, and he's up into 6th. But like I said, I think it'll be too late by the time he gets through there. But he's definitely coming into that tricky braking point where you're going to see a lot of guys hit that wall there. If you don't get your braking right, you're going to see a lot of guys hit that wall. You even sometimes see people hit the wall right here on the second turn here at the high speed. You see sometimes they gap it and they miss it. And there goes Justin. He's going for that pass. But I think that's going to switch back and forth here. 2 laps left to go. I think AA will probably make the pass. And maybe the little bit of scrapping between Justin and AA Meg brings the Rain Man back into it. The Rain Man looks like he's almost broken the DRS from Bards here, so looking good. But here comes Jordan up in the 5th now. Like I said, though, I'm not sure, but I think Jordan might be able to get into the podium. Oh, a little bit too early. He cut it in there, I think. Might have caught a little bit of the wall. Car looks okay. He's got Javin Wayne all over the back of him, so he'll probably lose that spot on this straight here. Let's go to the front for the last lap here. I think Justin's going to lose that spot. Might lose it. No, he's not even using his thing. You can see how he switched to none there, okay? In the windy section, he's switching to none. And he's doing that on purpose, okay? He's trying to save his energy, okay? So that he can deploy it all here to defend against AA. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. So it's going to be tight finish, I think, here. I don't know if that DRS is going to get him by him in time. I think AA is probably looking pretty good here. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close finish here. And Rionk uses that to his advantage, and he is now pretty close to that DRS, so he might be bringing himself into this. Oh, 3-second warning. There he goes. That's a track violation. So he's had 4 warnings now. So he gets 3-second time penalty that will be added on to him at the end of the race. It isn't taken away. You can't serve it in the pit or you can't serve it anywhere else. Track violation. That's added to your time at the end of the race. And here we go into the final corner. Is AA going to be able to hold on to it? It's looking pretty good for him. When it comes to battery, they're equal on battery. I'm not sure that the DRS is going to help out Justin here or not. He is 7/10 behind. It's going to be really close. Let's see. For the final lap, is it going to be AA Meg who takes the thing? AA Meg wins with Justin in second and the Rain Man in third. Bars taking 4th place. Javin Wayne in 5th. Jordan in, because that 3-second penalty in 8th. Energetic in 6th. Dunk in 7th. Rockin' Rolly in 9th. Gordini in 10th. Pierre Frontenac in 11th. SV5 in 12th. Ooh. Mamcock in 13th. So Lecter gaining 6 spots from where he started to get in 14th, but probably pretty disappointed in that. Sir Ibbo finishing in 15th, and Crunchy Pancake, Charles-Dino, Scarpo, Yesher Run, and Nay Danger David all DNFing. Or disqualification. I'm not sure what that was for Nay Danger David. So 15 out of the 20, which is pretty good for this track, finished the race. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know what? There might be a girl. There is a few girls in F1 racing, right? And I'm unsure of Chaldino. He had a pink helmet, or it had a pink helmet. So maybe Chaldino is a female. But yeah, there are a few female drivers in F1, so. But good race there. AA holds on to it. But Justin definitely there to put on the pressure. But I think AA timed it right and ended up holding on. So congratulations to AA Meg. Justin in second. And the Rain Man holds on to the third and final podium spot. So great day for Haas, points-wise and constructors. And yeah. So yeah, there we go. Continue. So we got AA Meg and Justin and Rionk on the podium. Then we got Bards in 4th, Javin Wayne in 5th, Energetic in 6th, Dunk in 7th, Jordan in 8th, Rolly in 9th, Gordini, the Houdini in 10th, S. Frontenac in 11th, SV5 12th, Mamcock 13th, Selecta in 14th, Sir Ibble 15th, Crunchy Pancake 16th, 17th, Charlino Scarpo in 18th, Nate Danger David, and then Yesher Run coming up the thing. And what was that? Yeah, that's one of the slowest cars, but those are the fastest guys, okay? Because the Kick is not a fast car, okay? And it doesn't handle as well, okay? So when you see those guys winning in the slow cars like the Haas and the Kick, you know those guys are fast, okay? because this is realistic performance, right? You can see down at the bottom here in the left-hand corner, you can see equal performance off. So that means it's realistic performance. So as in life, how the cars are ranked in real life is how they are in the actual game. Right? And what they do is to make it more exciting, they put the fast guys in the slow cars and the slower guys in the fast cars. And then that somewhat, but somehow these fast guys always seem to win. Okay, so, yeah. But yeah, there you go. There's your Azerbaijan race. I hope. I know I was talking a lot about other things and stuff like that, but there were some people that were logged in that hadn't played F1, and I was trying to explain to them what's going on, so that they maybe take a leap out of their comfort zone and come try racing in the F1 series here. Uh, but anyways, yeah, so yeah, it was a great race, and congratulations to AAA on another great win. And I'm the Ghost, and I'm out till the next time. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy the stream.